We're going to be washing a Mach E grabber blue. We have our 2-bucket method. We're going to start up our generator and get this going. Fill up our foam cannon. I like to do 1 to 3, or you could do 1 to 4. The rest you're going to fill with water, and that'll give us really good foam. Part for me about doing this job is kind of being a perfectionist. You kind of walk around the car, you know, you do people's cars, and I see the imperfections, you know, like this black paneling. You can see the swirl marks, the lines. I can see it on the mirrors. I can see swirl marks on the paint. With this job, you kind of just do the best you can as a detailer for what the customer's asking for. If they just want a basic wash, give them the basic wash. You know, sometimes I might add some stuff in there just to make it look a little better, because I see the imperfections. And for me, that's not a bad thing, because I want the customer to be happy. However, sometimes, you know, being a perfectionist, I'm sure you artists and all you perfectionists out there know, when you do that, it takes longer to do things, because you're sitting there constantly trying to make it better and better and better and better. There kind of has to be a limit to your perfection, and you kind of have to let go on some things. Otherwise, I mean, you'll be there forever working on one little thing. So that's kind of how this job is. Now we're going to go ahead and add our ceramic spray. This stuff works really well. I mean, it's rated 3 to 6 months. I mean, it helps, like if you wash your car again by yourself, you don't really have to do too much to wash your car afterwards. You could kind of just give it a rinse. Maybe, you know, if you want to light soap it, you can, or you know, touchless free, you can, and then you just kind of wipe the car clean, and you'll see a nice shiny coat on the car. It's actually quite surprising. After the ceramic, nice and shiny. Detail the inside. What I like to do is I put a trash bag. I get everybody, you know, all their stuff from the inside, the center console, their wires, everything. Kind of put that all in one bag, and I leave that in the trunk after I'm done. That way they can kind of go through it, get rid of their trash or whatever. I don't want to throw anything away that maybe they need. Receipts. I mean, there could be cables in there that they use. I don't like to throw things away. I don't like people to go through my stuff and throw little details just because it looks like a little piece of paper. Doesn't mean that I wasn't going to keep it, or I don't need it for either business purposes. Maybe it's for, you know, filing my taxes. Maybe, you know, people have their own reasons for keeping their stuff. So I like to keep their stuff, the doors, and get the door jambs. Kind of you know, the doors, the inside. You know, you don't want to miss anything, because the customer goes and opens that, and it's something that you just don't want to miss. So I like to get the door jambs and get all the stuff, kind of detail these little sections that maybe was overlooked or missed. And one of the most important things when you're detailing, or especially if you're one-stepping or two-stepping a car, is the door jambs, believe it or not, don't have as much thickness as the rest of the car. I don't know if it's to save money. I don't know why the car companies do it. But if you test the thickness of the door jambs, it's less than what would be on the car. So just, kind of go over the door jambs a little less when I do two-step or one-stepping. I'm not going to use an abrasive or something that's going to take it off too much. More of a soft, just kind of polish it up. There's little details that you learn throughout doing this. Yeah, definitely the doors are the most overlooked part of the car. As you can see, that is what I took off. Very satisfying. One thing with a good detail, especially when it's windy, is you're going to find when you're finished and the car looks great, for all you customers out there, you're going to notice that your car's going to be real dusty the next day or maybe even 2 days later. For me, I mean, it's a compliment to me because it means that I got the surface really well and I cleaned the car very well. But what happens is the static electricity from wiping the car and getting the paint so clean, and it causes dust to stick to your vehicle. So you might come out the next day and it's going to look very coated. It's going to literally be a coat of dust. It's fairly simple, especially after the ceramic. You could kind of rinse your car and then just hit it with a large drying towel or microfiber towel, and your car will look just like it did when we finished it.